Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt just a little off balance, even for a second? Or maybe you've noticed that you walk a bit more cautiously on uneven ground than you used to. That's completely normal, but it's also something we can gently improve. As we age, it's natural for our sense of balance to change. In fact, research shows that about 1 in 4 adults overfalls each year. Many of those falls are preventable with just a little bit of daily attention to balance and coordination. Now, don't worry. This isn't about intense workouts or complicated gym routines. You won't need special equipment or even a lot of space. Just 5 minutes a day, yes, 5, can make a meaningful difference in your strength, stability, and confidence. Let's start by understanding why balance becomes more challenging as we age. After all, knowing what's changing helps us better support our bodies. First, the muscles that support your hips, legs, and core tend to naturally weaken over time, if they're not used regularly. When these muscles lose strength, it becomes harder to react quickly to shifts in position, like if you trip slightly on a rug or a step. Second, the systems in our body that help us maintain balance, our inner ear, called the vestibular system, our eyes, and the nerves in our feet and legs, all play a role. With age, these systems might not send signals as quickly or clearly as they used to. The connection between the brain and body slows just a bit, which can make sudden changes, like a dog tugging on a leash or stepping off a curb, feel more difficult to manage. Third, medications can sometimes affect balance. Some blood pressure medications or medications for sleep, mood, or pain may cause dizziness or slower reflexes. That's why it's helpful to talk to your doctor regularly about any changes in how you feel when standing or walking. Now, this might sound like a long list, but here's the good news. Your body is incredibly adaptable. With gentle, consistent movement, even just 5 minutes a day, you can retrain your brain and muscles to respond faster, stay stronger, and feel more secure on your feet. Let's take a moment to visualize it. Imagine a path through the forest. If no one walks that path, it gets overgrown and hard to see. But if you walk it each day, the path stays clear, smooth, and easy to follow. The same is true for the pathways in your brain and muscles that help you balance. The more you use them, the stronger they become. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need to be an athlete to benefit. Studies have found that simple balance-focused exercises can reduce the risk of falls by as much as 31%. One study published in JAMA Internal Medicine found that balance training was among the most effective strategies to reduce falls in older adults. Just a few minutes each day creates momentum that your body builds on. It's also important to remember that balance isn't just physical. When we feel unsure on our feet, it can quietly affect our emotional well-being. We might avoid certain activities, say no to social events, or stop going for walks. Over time, this can lead to less movement, more isolation, and a cycle that chips away at confidence. But even the smallest steps forward can break that cycle. By working gently with your body, not against it, you can build up your inner sense of steadiness. You'll begin to notice it in the little things: standing up from a chair more smoothly, walking on grass or gravel without worry, or carrying groceries with ease. You're not too old, you're not too late, and this doesn't have to be hard. This is about starting small, about working with your body's natural rhythms, and about honoring your health in a way that feels peaceful and empowering. So, as we move into the next section, I'll guide you through a 5-minute balance routine that's gentle, calming, and designed just for you. You can do it in your living room, barefoot, or in supportive shoes. No special tools, just your time, your presence, and a willingness to begin. Let's take that first step, together. Let's begin your 5-minute balance routine. Simple, safe, and thoughtfully designed for adults over 60. Before we move, take a breath. We're not rushing. This is not about doing more, faster. It's about doing just enough, gently and consistently. This routine requires only a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. If you're near a wall or countertop, that's great too. Shoes or barefoot, whichever feels most secure for you. Each part of this 5-minute flow activates muscles that support your balance, strengthens your core, and improves coordination between your eyes, inner ears, and feet. Don't worry if it feels a little wobbly at first. That's part of the process. As your body relearns, it will feel more natural day by day. Let's begin. Minute 1. Seated. Foot activations. Sit tall in your chair, feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Gently lift your toes while keeping your heels on the ground. Hold for seconds, then lower. Now do the opposite. Lift your heels while your toes stay down. Hold, then lower. Repeat this slowly, 5 times in each direction. Why? This wakes up the small muscles in your feet and ankles, improving your stability. These muscles are your first responders in helping you avoid tripping or stumbling. Real-life example. Think about stepping off a curb. The difference between a stumble and a steady step is often those quick reacting foot muscles. This simple warm-up keeps them alert. Minute 2. Chair stand and balance. Hold now, move to the edge of your seat. Place your hands lightly on your thighs or reach forward if comfortable. Slowly rise to stand without using your hands if possible. Once standing, pause for 2-3 seconds. Then sit back down, slowly and with control. Repeat times. After the 5th time, stand and hold on to the back of the chair. Bring your feet close together, gently squeeze your thighs and hold that position for seconds. This strengthens your thighs and glutes, the muscles that help you stand and move safely, and gently trains your center of gravity. If this feels too hard today, try standing with your feet hip-width apart instead. Over time, you may find your balance improving enough to narrow your stance. Minute 3. Side leg lifts for hip stability. Hold the back of your chair or place. One hand lightly on the wall. Shift your weight to your left leg. Slowly lift your right leg out to the side. Just a few inches is enough. Keep your toes facing forward and your body upright. Lower gently. Do this times on each side. This activates your hip muscles, especially the gluteus medius, a muscle that helps you stabilize as you walk or change direction. Short, science-backed fact. Studies show that strengthening hip stabilizers significantly reduces the risk of lateral, sideways falls, which are more likely to result in injury. Real-life example. Picture walking across grass or an uneven trail. If your hips are strong, your legs respond faster, and your body stays upright, even if the ground shifts beneath you. Minute 4. Heel-to-toe walk. Balance beam walk. Now, stand beside the wall or behind your chair for support if needed. Step one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, like you're walking on a line. Go 5 slow steps forward, then turn carefully and take 5 steps back. Keep your eyes looking straight ahead, not at your feet. If you feel unsteady, go slower or widen your steps slightly. This practice improves your proprioception. That's your body's awareness of where it is in space, and strengthens your coordination between feet, legs, and brain. Real-life example. Navigating a narrow hallway or walking between closely placed furniture. This simple exercise builds the confidence and control to do that smoothly. Minute 5. Balance hold plus gentle turns. Finally, stand with feet hip-width apart behind your chair. Rest one or both hands lightly on the backrest. Slowly raise one foot just an inch off the ground. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds, then switch legs. Now add a small turn. With both feet down, slowly turn your head to the left, then to the right. If you feel steady, try turning your torso gently side to side. This helps train your vestibular system, the part of your inner ear responsible for balance, especially helpful if you've ever felt dizzy turning quickly or getting up too fast. Real-life example. Reaching for something on a shelf or looking behind you while walking. Your body needs to adjust to small shifts in head position, and this part of the routine helps make that feel more natural. Take a deep breath. You've just completed the full 5-minute balance routine. Some days it might feel easier than others. That's completely normal. The key is consistency. These small, controlled movements are like sending positive signals to your brain. Yes, we are strong. We are steady. Let me tell you a story. It's about someone who might remind you of yourself, or someone you know. Joan is years old. She lives on her own in a quiet neighborhood, enjoys knitting, and loves tending to her small backyard garden. She has a warm laugh, a gentle energy, and a history of being active. But in the last couple of years, she noticed something unsettling. It started small. When stepping off the bus, she felt wobbly. Walking up her porch steps felt harder than it used to. And one evening, while reaching for a mixing bowl in the cabinet, she lost her balance and stumbled. Not a fall, but close. It shook her. She told herself it was just a fluke. But in the weeks that followed, Joan began to feel more cautious. She walked slower. She avoided going out when the sidewalk was wet. Eventually, she stopped volunteering at the local library because it involved a short walk she no longer felt comfortable making alone. Her world began to shrink. Not dramatically, not all at once, but enough that she noticed. And it worried her. That's when she spoke to her doctor, who gently reassured her that what she was experiencing wasn't uncommon, and more importantly, that there was something she could do about it. Her doctor recommended a simple 5-minute balance routine to do each morning after brushing her teeth. Nothing fancy, he said. Just 5 minutes to reconnect with your body. At first, Joan was skeptical. How could 5 minutes make any real difference? But she decided to try. Each morning, she did the routine we just went through: seated foot lifts, chair stands, gentle leg raises, heel-to-toe walking, and some balance holds. Some days felt wobbly. Others felt smoother. But she kept going. After about 3 weeks, something shifted. She noticed she could reach for things in the kitchen without feeling off-center. She walked a little faster. She even caught herself humming while watering the garden instead of worrying about the uneven stone path. By the end of the 2nd month, Joan returned to volunteering at the library. What changed? It wasn't just physical strength, though she did gain some. It was the quiet confidence that came from reconnecting with her body, from knowing she could trust her balance, that she didn't have to be afraid of every small shift in weight. Her world began to expand again, and she's not alone. A study in Physical Therapy Journal looked at older adults who completed just 10 to 15 minutes of balance exercises 3 times a week for 8 weeks. The results showed significant improvement in their walking speed, confidence in daily tasks, and ability to recover from small stumbles. Even better, those who continued the routine beyond the study period saw sustained benefits over time. You might not see dramatic changes overnight, but what's remarkable is how consistently small efforts build momentum, like a snowball rolling downhill. Joan says that what keeps her going isn't the big goal of perfect balance, but the small daily win. Standing up without using her hands, feeling steady when turning to greet a friend, noticing that she hasn't had a near fall in months. And this can be your story too. Maybe you've already felt a little less steady than you'd like. Or maybe you haven't. But you want to. Stay steady for the years ahead. Either way, it's never too early or too late to start investing just 5 minutes a day in your body's ability to balance. These aren't just exercises. They're acts of care. They're quiet reminders to your body and brain that you are strong, you are capable, and you can trust yourself to move through the world with confidence. And just like Joan, your world can start to gently open back up, one steady step at a time. Let's take a closer look at why this 5-minute routine works so well, and what's actually happening inside your body when you do it. You see, balance isn't just about muscles. It's a beautiful collaboration between your brain, nervous system, inner ear, eyes, and the tiny receptors in your feet and legs. These systems are constantly communicating with one another to keep you upright, centered, and stable, without you even realizing it. As we age, these systems may not send signals as quickly or clearly, but the great news is that the human body is incredibly adaptable, even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. With gentle practice, we can help these communication pathways stay strong, or even strengthen them again. Let's explore how. First, neuromuscular control. That's the connection between your brain and your muscles. Every time you lift your heel, step carefully in a line, or shift your weight to one side, your brain is refining how quickly and accurately it sends messages to your muscles. Think of it like tuning a radio station. At first, the signal might be fuzzy, but with a bit of consistent attention, that signal becomes clearer. That's what your 5-minute routine is doing, improving the clarity between your brain and body. A fascinating study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy showed that older adults who practiced regular balance routines had quicker reaction times and better control of their center of gravity, even after just 4 weeks. Their brains were literally becoming faster at catching small missteps and adjusting posture quickly. Second, proprioception. That's your body's internal GPS. It tells you where your limbs are, even with your eyes closed. This ability can decline subtly with age, but it's not gone. It just needs reminding. That's where exercises like the heel-to-toe walk or standing on one foot come in. They challenge your proprioception gently. At first, you might wobble. That's okay. It's your body remapping those internal signals. Over time, that map becomes clearer. You may notice a difference in real life when you're reaching into the fridge, navigating stairs, or getting out of a car. You feel more aware of your body, more in tune. That's proprioception at work. Now, let's not forget your vestibular system, the part of your inner ear responsible for balance. When you gently turn your head side to side during your routine, or shift your gaze while standing, you're activating and strengthening this system. Have you ever felt dizzy when standing up quickly or turning your head suddenly? That could be a sign your vestibular system needs a bit more training. But the key here is gentle stimulation, not forcing it. Short science-backed fact. A study in Frontiers in Neurology found that vestibular training, such as slow head movements and balance holds, significantly improved stability and reduced dizziness in older adults over an 8-week program, and the improvements continued even after the training ended. Another beautiful piece of this puzzle is the core, those deep muscles around your abdomen and lower back. Many people think core means sit-ups or crunches, but in truth, your core supports your spine and keeps you upright during every movement. And small balance exercises are a powerful way to gently activate those muscles without strain. That's what makes this routine so unique. It works all of these systems together. When you do that slow chair stand, you're strengthening your thighs, yes, but you're also telling your brain how to stay upright. When you hold your balance on one foot, you're waking up those tiny stabilizers in your hips and improving your proprioception. And when you turn your head slowly while standing, you're strengthening your inner ear's balance reflexes. It's not about any one move. It's about the whole system working together. Real-life example. Think about getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. The lights are low. You're a little sleepy. You step carefully, turn, reach for a door frame. In those few seconds, your eyes, inner ears, feet, and muscles are all working together in perfect harmony to keep you upright. That coordination is what this 5-minute practice is protecting. There's also something deeper at play, something beyond the physical. When we invest time in ourselves, we begin to feel differently inside. We shift from being passive observers of aging to active participants in our well-being. That shift can change everything. Balance isn't just about avoiding falls, it's about reclaiming your space, feeling confident walking into a room, knowing that your body is trustworthy and capable, and that trust, that internal strength, it doesn't come from lifting heavy weights or running marathons. It comes from showing up for 5 minutes a day, from paying attention to how you stand, how you step, how you move. It's the art of tuning in. So the next time you lift your heel or balance on one foot, remember, you're strengthening the quiet systems that keep you independent. You're telling your body, I'm here with you, I'm listening, and we're doing this together. You're building trust in your feet, your legs, your reflexes, and in yourself. And perhaps most importantly, you're sending a message to your mind, a message that says, I still have control, I still have power, I still have grace. It doesn't take an hour at the gym or a complicated yoga class to find that feeling. It takes intention, it takes kindness, and it takes 5 minutes. So here's something to consider. What if your 5-minute balance routine became a ritual, a part of your day as regular as brushing your teeth or having your morning tea? What if it was your way of greeting the day? Not with worry about weakness or aging, but with calm, quiet strength. Over time, this small commitment can reshape how you walk, how you move, and how you feel about moving. You'll start to notice little things, standing taller while waiting in line, feeling steady when stepping into the shower, navigating a crowded sidewalk with confidence. These aren't just physical improvements, they're emotional ones too. A stronger sense of balance often leads to a stronger sense of freedom. Freedom to go to the market without second-guessing. Freedom to take a walk with a friend without fear. Freedom to keep gardening, dancing, exploring, living on your own terms. Real-life example. Ed, a 68-year-old man in Michigan, wrote in to share that after doing a daily balance routine for 6 weeks, he finally felt comfortable enough to take his grandchildren to the zoo, a place he'd avoided because of all the hills and uneven paths. I didn't want to slow them down, he wrote, but instead I kept up. I even chased them a little. That's the real reward. You're not just training your muscles, you're training your life to expand again. So tomorrow morning, or even right after this video, I invite you to do the routine again. Slowly, kindly, with presence. Let each movement be a small act of care. Let each shift in balance be a reminder of your adaptability. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about noticing the shifts over time, the growing steadiness, the returning confidence, the widening of your world. 5 minutes, that's all. Just 5 calm, quiet minutes each day. And in those minutes, you're doing something powerful. You're reminding your body and your mind that aging is not a decline, but a dance, a chance to move differently, more mindfully, and more joyfully. So, take a breath, feel your feet on the ground, stand tall. You're doing beautifully. Let's take a moment to gently bring everything together. You now know that balance isn't just a matter of strength. It's a symphony, a quiet, beautiful conversation between your muscles, your nerves, your eyes, your ears, and your brain. It's something your body wants to do well, and with a little support, it absolutely can. This is the heart of the 5-minute balance routine. It's not about doing more. It's about doing enough, consistently and kindly. Just enough to keep your systems talking to each other. Just enough to remind your body it still knows how to feel steady, safe, and strong. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Your balance can improve at any age. It's not too late. You haven't missed your chance. The path forward is still open, and it's gentle. Start where you are. If standing on one foot feels too tricky, hold on to a chair. If you're having a low-energy day, just do the seated foot lifts. Even if all you do is take a moment to sit upright and breathe deeply, you are helping your body find its center. Again. Let this be about small, loving steps. Maybe you'll begin each morning with the 5-minute routine. Or maybe you'll do it while dinner is simmering or during a commercial break, or as a wind-down before bed. There is no perfect time, just the time that works for you. And remember, this routine isn't just for now, it's an investment in the you of tomorrow. In 6 months, you may find yourself walking more easily, stepping into new places with greater confidence, or simply feeling safer moving around your home. These are quiet but powerful victories. This routine also gives you something even more meaningful. Trust. Trust in your legs. Trust in your reflexes. Trust in your body to support you as you go through life. That trust builds resilience. Not just physical, but emotional. You'll start to notice that when your balance improves, your mood often follows. You feel less anxious, more willing to try something new, more at ease with your body. Science supports this too. A study published in Age and Aging found that older adults who participated in regular balance and strength exercises reported significantly improved quality of life, including reduced fear of falling, better sleep, and improved social participation. That's not just about physical benefits. That's life-changing. So if you've been feeling hesitant, uncertain, or stuck, know that you're not alone, and know that there's a gentle way forward. 5 minutes a day, 5 small movements, 5 chances to reconnect with your strength. This is what it means to age wisely, to choose presence over pressure, consistency over intensity, care over criticism. And if you ever miss a day, that's okay. Be kind to yourself. Just pick it back up when you can. Progress isn't linear. It's steady, like waves smoothing a stone. What matters is that you come back to it, that you keep showing up for yourself in these small, meaningful ways. And here's something else. You're not doing this alone. Thousands of people, maybe even millions, are walking this same path. Seniors around the world choosing to stay engaged, to keep learning, to move with awareness and strength. You're part of a quiet movement, a gentle revolution of self-care and resilience. So let this 5-minute routine be more than exercise.